Just a quick warning, this is an extremely low rent video and it's a bit shit, but please feel free to watch. Well, no time like the present. It's working in Norwich and the Norwich line goes right past bloody Cambridge. I'm off to get the car. Right, well I've made it onto a rather lovely new Greater Anglia train. So I've been in touch with Lee. Car's mapped, tuned, made 122 horsepower, which I'm pretty pleased with. Brakes and clutch have been done, suspension's been aligned. He's taken it out for a road test and he's done a spanner check on it. So, seeing as my route back from Norwich takes me past Cambridge, I'm going to pick it up and drive it home. In rush hour, in the rain, up the A14. So, I'll have to get the headlights back in action, but that shouldn't be a problem. And so it's 3 o'clock. Should be in Cambridge at the garage for about 5.
Service for Stansted Airport. We will be calling at Wyndham, Attleborough, Thetford, Brandon, Ely, Cambridge North, Cambridge, Whittlesford Parkway, Audley End, and Stansted Airport. Welcome. We have this for
Lovely weather for it. Okay, this isn't good. This isn't good. Well, we're stranded and spot the fucking problem. Yeah, we've had a wheel make a bid for freedom, and it's because the garage didn't. There should be drive pegs in there. They're not on there. They got this one right. However, as much as it is their fuck up, I should have checked. So, that was wobbling. Now let's see if we can fix it. Well, that's the end of the show, kids. Hub's bent. Ain't driving that home. Alright, best call the AA. Right, well this is a bit pikey, but I've just knocked the drive peg out that was hitting the brake caliper. And I mean, it's not great, but it is together, so I'm going to put the other wheels back to normal, see what it drives like. So we have the wheels back on. This lovely chap Jordan stopped and helped me get it jacked up, and it may make it back, but we'll see. So, well, this is a different location, isn't it? But we have a Lotus Elan. It has managed to get here under its own steam, and it was an interesting drive home. It highlighted a few flaws, but on the whole, yes, we're better than when the car went. You know, it got here under its own steam. It starts, stops, the clutch works, the brakes and the clutch don't leak. The engine is leaking. Fuck me, the engine is leaking. Have a look at this. I mean, yeah, I cleaned that before we left. Just oil everywhere coming out of this cam cover. I think it's coming out of these as well, and I'm going to need to find a solution for that. So if any of you Lotus folk know what I need to do, whether I need a felt washer or something on these, shout, because I need help. The wheels were obviously a massive setback, but some kind chap who I'll put in the video stopped and helped me out, and yeah, that was invaluable, so thank you very much for him. I felt bad for not giving him any beer money, to be honest. I should have done. What else? Yeah, once the wheels went back on in the correct fashion, I actually handled all right. I mean, it was just a straight run up the A14 and A1, and I couldn't really tell much because I was on open road. It was very windy, so I was getting blown about the place. At one point I had to hold the roof on with my hand. The exhaust is way too noisy. It's going. I'm going to order one tonight or tomorrow, but fuck that. Not putting up with that. This, as Mr. Brownless said, definitely needs bolts in it and then some sort of seal, because honestly, it's just horrifically noisy. But we'll solve that. That's all right. The heater's working, and working really nicely. Hey, I can see some wiring down there. Wonder what that is. That looks like the radio. That's the radio, that's fine. There's the heater. Yeah, the heater works, so that's good. Hot and cold. The carbs and the engine, well, I'll cut here. So the carbs and the engine, I was initially quite disappointed. It felt flat as a fart. It felt like, yeah, it was just awful. And I was like, you know, what the hell have I got here? This is worse than it was with the Stromies. But then I remembered I haven't got a tack, and I haven't driven a car with big carbs on it before. And basically, when I got in, I plugged the laptop in and got some rev counters readings, and I was, you know, expecting it to perform miracles at 2,000 or 3,000 RPM, which obviously it wasn't going to. And so I was much more positive it on the test circuit around Stamford. And yeah, it does rip a bit. So, I mean, it's got a dyno readout of 122 horsepower. You know, there's no reason for them to lie. If it didn't, they'd say it's not, and they'd want to keep it longer and charge me more money. So the engine, I'm just going to get the oil leaks gone, and I'm just going to persevere with it, especially once I've got the tack back. I'm going to have to phone the company that did it, Regency, you know, just for want of clarity. They made a simple error by not having the drive lugs in the drive lug holes. We've all done it, I'm sure, but it could have been a lot worse. I mean, my offside tyre's got a load of wear on it where it's caught the arch. But on reflection, they did say customers to check that the wheels are torqued properly, and to be honest, I should have spotted it. So I've got to take a little bit of personal responsibility there, but I don't want to be paying. I want the money back for the alignment, because they did the alignment wrong, because the wheels weren't on straight. But other than that, I think it's probably a case of, look, no harm, no foul. You know, them use it as a learning curve, and it's a chance for me not to be a wanker about things and kick up a massive fuss. So yeah, I think we're all good there. Yeah, I've got some kit actually. God, you don't want to look in my kitchen. It's a very man-focused kitchen. What have I got in here? I've got a little solenoid. That should activate the headlights in case, so I can put it in down here and just tap into these two bad boys. Or I could maybe even take a feed straight from the T-piece there and then just feed it straight into that headlight there and just completely fuck those things off and then mount the thing there or whatever. So I've also got a relay and a nice switch to come with that, so that hopefully, I'll close up in case anyone spots an error, that should solve my problems. And then I can drive it at night. But, you know, first of all, that's got to be sorted because it blew off at one stage and I had to grab it. But other than that, it's still very much a work in progress. But no matter what's happened today, we're further ahead. It has completed. Dun, 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 dun.
57 miles.
So, you know, it's done 57, 58 miles under its own steam. And to be honest, it could have done 100. But that's got to go. This has got to be secured and made a little bit more windproof. I imagine I can just stick a seal in it. The lights have got to be fixed. Got to put the radio in. That should be quite easy, to be honest. And the tack's got to be done. I'll get that out and get that posted off to Spider people, and they can hopefully get it back to me pronto. Anyway, I suppose we're entering phase 3 now of the finishing. So thanks for watching. Love you. Bye.